welcome to everybody that's just coming to the channel. Big shout out, big salute to everybody that support the channel. Big shout out to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat, everybody that's watching the video. Big shout out to everybody that's taking care of them pets across the world. We're gonna talk about the Waccamaw PONZI scheme today. You know, we're gonna talk about the Waccamaw PONZI scheme, and we're gonna talk, I'm just gonna drop receipts, you know, to give y'all brothers and sisters in this dog game, you know what I'm saying, to let you see to your face how these folk lying to you. Let you see to your face how these folk lying to you, and then coming back trying to throw salt on me and what I'm doing and different things because I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Big salute out to all the brothers out there with them big John dogs and little John dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before, keep what you got, breed what you got, and that's all you got to worry about. Trying to worry about whatever Waccamaw had going on back in the 90s and in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to look at it different now. You know, it'd be different if, you know, you didn't have somebody vouching for it. You know, one person saying this and other person saying, okay, this ain't true. But when you got two people saying it's true, and then you got the news people, I'm gonna give y'all news clippings and news articles, you know, from what they talking about on my side of town. You know what I'm saying? And how they go on my side, you know, cause see, I told y'all a long time ago, you know, and I need the brother Ready Red to watch this video as well. Salute to your brother, you know what I'm saying? Great looking dogs that you got, you know, that you be posting up time to time. All right, but I need you to watch this video as well because I spotted something, you know, and plus I want to ask you about that situation. But this the thing, man. This the thing when it comes to the big John, the little John sperm, you know, the only option y'all give us is to not believe it. Why would we believe any of the big John sperm exists, and why would we believe any of the little John sperm exists? You know, why would we believe it by the time we finish this video? That's why I said, how long did the big John sperm not exist? How long was this Ponzi scheme going on, making brothers feel like they got dogs off Big John when they got dogs off one of these other dogs on the yard? How long was this stuff going on? We would have never found out about none of this stuff if the dogs weren't seized. So, like I said, man, you know, first thing I'm gonna do, stop talking and give you a receipt real quick, and I'm gonna read these receipts. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know what it is. You know, I mean, it's like I don't know no other way to really explain it to a lot of y'all brothers. A lot of y'all think you from other areas, like I told you before. You're not from this area, so you looking at it from outside of the glass. You know what I'm saying? But like I told you before, we speaking about Big John and Little John, dogs from the 90s. You know, now we speaking about a kennel who only line breeds and inbreeds. They don't breed out the other dogs. The only reason you got that Paladin Frisco out in that black poison dog and that black spotter stuff is because that was a puppy deal. Bred a dog to a female and got 2 puppies off of her. You know, it wasn't never no, it was in the whole Big John line history, it's never you take these females out and breed to males until you go back to when Stompy and all them dogs was still living and Yellow and all them dogs was still living. You know, the termite dogs and all that stuff was still living. Once all the old days left and, you know, they was left with the modern stuff, there was never no outcrossing. You know, Walk said themselves, why would they breed out, you know, if your dog not better than my dog? Now, what I'm here to talk about is, like I said before, we're going to talk about common sense, and we're going to talk about these receipts that I'm about to put up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Common sense say if we're going to line breed a family of dogs for 30 years, and we got sperm off the originators of the line, Why would we consistently go back into brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, great granddaddies, all kind of stuff? We're going back into all these stuff besides going into the originators. Why won't we go into the originators to strengthen the line back up? You see, if I got Grand Champion Yellow sperm and I breed nothing but Grand Champion Yellow dogs for 30 years, at least every 10 years, I'm going to bring some strengthening back up in it. You know what I'm saying? Some strengthening back up in it. Why would I breed 30 years of the same line of dogs and don't bring the original genes back to the forefront? See, if it wasn't for Dynamite trying to come out here lying, none of these me analyzing none of this stuff would have been happening. You can blame all this stuff on the wannabe dog man, the wannabe Waccamaw, for what I'm telling you right now. And like I told brothers, this shit don't stop. You know, bro, you think because I chill for a week or chill for 2 weeks, I'm done? No, man, this shit don't stop. Like I told brothers, you know, at the end of the day, everybody in the same playing field until you show you ain't in the same playing field. And Dynamite, you're not in the same playing field, dog. You know? Now, what I'm gonna do is put this first receipt up here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That way we can get to talking about what we need to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we look at this first article that I'm showing y'all, it says, during a post-seizure hearing, which was a court date, the dogs got seized on Friday. The post-seizure hearing was that Monday. It says, during a post-seizure hearing on Monday, I didn't even really read it off here, it said Monday. On a post-seizure hearing on Monday, August the 22nd, 2022, the owner surrendered all 46 animals to the Horry County Police Department and the ACC, Animal Control Care, is what I'm guessing that means. Now, let me read that to you again. It didn't say Pelican Bay said that. It didn't say, oh, somebody. It said, during a post-seizure hearing on Monday, August 22nd, 2022, the owner surrendered. They didn't say he got robbed. They didn't say he made up a lie. They didn't say the little short wannabe Waccamaw, Dynamite, came and got him 2 years later. It didn't say Dynamite got the dogs next week. It said the owner surrendered all 46 dogs. You know? Now, who you gonna say lying now? You know? I don't even write like this. Who you gonna say lying now? Let me read it for you again. During the post-seizure hearing on Monday, August 22nd, 2022, the owner surrendered. Same thing he told me when he left the courthouse. He surrendered all 46 animals. Do this sound like I'm hating? Do this sound like I want to see somebody's yard? You know? Or this sound like Pelican Bay bought a PONZI scheme above ground? You're trying to rob and take all these brothers for their money. Now let's talk to Ready Red. Let me talk to you, big dog. You know? Because I see a pedigree you post up here. And I'm just, you know, when we make these fantasy peds and stuff, that's why I say brothers always need to put fantasy breeding or something like that, right? Because Ready Red, that gotta be a fantasy breeding. You post it on the backside right here. It's to the little red dog. You know? The little red dog bred the little giant. What would make you post that pedigree, brother Ready Red? You know, and this is no disrespect to you, fam. You know, no disrespect to you, but I'm just letting you see what kind of folk you dealing with. It was no way in hell that your dog getting bred to little giant. That's why I say if it's a fantasy breeding, then what I'm saying don't mean shit. You know. But if it's something that you was promised, something that you was told, dog, there's no way in hell the old man would let that little John sperm get bred to your dog. I promise you that shit. So that is what makes me feel and know that the shit is all fake. It's all bullshit. Let's go to another article real quick about the same situation. You know, like I said, we're going to read this thing off. All right, I'm going to read the whole article to you. Okay? Said, during a post-seizure hearing on Monday, August 22nd, 2022, the owner surrendered all 46 dogs to the Horry County Police Department and the ACC. The owner was issued citations for violating the county animal care and treatment ordinance. Due to the special needs and sensitives of the adult dogs, the staff is working to transfer most to rescue partners who can provide care and treatment and other training. All right. Now, as we keep reading on, it says, we anticipate the puppies may become available for adoption at the ACC. You see, they ain't say the puppies can come adopted at the new Waccamaw, at DJ Dynamite. They ain't say that shit. You know, how Dynamite gonna give y'all some dogs that don't exist? These folks say, we anticipate, I'm reading from Horry County government is saying this. This statement is coming from Horry County government saying, we anticipate the puppies may become available for adoption at the ACC in the upcoming days, following veterinarian care. You know, our Horry County Police Department and Horry County ACC team appreciate the outstanding of our Horry County community, you know, the understanding of our Horry County community as we work to enforce the animal welfare ordinances and provide quality care to the animals in need. You know, I told y'all brothers, man. I told y'all just made me have to go get receipts to prove to y'all something. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. It's all good. Like I said, you know, Ready Red, you know, like I hope that was a fantasy breeding, my brother, because there's no way in hell you would have got that breed. I promise you that shit. You know, I promise you that. You would have got another dog and maybe would have wrote it off as Little John, but you would never see it. If you ain't had a Little John dog yet, Ready, you would never see one, big dog. You know, if you ain't had it by now. Going hard, them talking about when they came and bred a Little John. That's how long ago this shit was. We talking back in the days, man. You know, I mean, shit. I mean, like, yo, what a brother want folk to do, man. That's what I tell folk, man. It's like, you wanted me to sit here, look at that shit and lay down, you know, and just shut my mouth when I see bitch ass shit going on. All these brothers getting these dogs, being happy, going back, bragging about their dogs. And the dogs ain't even off who the fuck you say they off of. Right now, Dynamite owes so many people across this country puppies that he can't give to them. Because all these folk didn't want to believe Pelican Bay. You thought Pelican Bay was hating. You thought I was saying this. You thought I was saying that because I'm mad because I didn't get the kennel name. I don't want that shit. Like I said, a lot of y'all fucked out of whatever deals y'all made. You know what I'm saying? Plain out and simple. Whatever deals you made, you fucked out of them. And you heard it from the Bay first. The same way I told you that shit the first time. You don't want to believe me. You know, I told y'all about commenting about politics from my damn town where you don't know what the fuck going on. He don't even know what's going on. You know? I mean, hey, it just is what it is, dog. It is what it is. Only thing I can do, like I said, is give it to my brothers and sisters, man. Give it to my brothers and sisters. Now, it does say adoptions are currently ongoing at 2 locations. The ACC is acting as an adoption location for cats and farm animals, okay? Then it says their partner Tamrock Kennels. I'm glad, see, Tamrock Kennels, because this is the places, people was contacting these places trying to see what's these dogs over there. I remember this shit clear as day. He surrendered the dogs, and then they was putting it on the news that the dogs was at Tamrock Kennels. People was calling Tamrock trying to see if the dogs was available. Tamrock was acting like they didn't know what was going on. Now it says, Tamrock Kennels is acting as an adoption location for all the dogs. Adoptables are fee-free, which means you can come and get them without paying a dime. Get you a Waccamaw dog. But they would have been spaded and neutered, up to date on vaccines, and microchipped for safety. During this time, note this to anybody that was paying attention to the news when I gave it, about this situation. During this time, it was a overcrowded in our animal shelter, and they was looking for other places to help adopt some of the dogs. The dogs that Dynamite claiming he got, them dogs made the animal shelter overpopulated. See, we ain't like them folk over there in Call over there in Texas. They ain't got no animal shelter to take the dogs to. We got an animal shelter. Shit look like a prison over there. And matter of fact, the animal shelter is right beside the county jail. I'm talking about damn near connecting. If it wasn't for the fence separating on the outside of the jail, the animal shelter is right there. So, I mean, hey, I just give it to the brothers, man. A lot of y'all got fucked. A lot of y'all got fucked out of deals. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that Waccamaw shit, I hate it for you. I hate that them boys would put their name on the line about some bullshit like this, and then it all backfire, it all go wrong, and then now it's like, how long was y'all lying about these dogs? See, the part I'm not worried about you lying about is the part I've seen. I can't say I didn't see no good dogs, because I seen some damn good dogs. But the part that we want to know where the line come from is the Big John part. See, the thing about it, Little John ain't a ticket seller like Big John is when it comes to these brothers want to spend high dollar on puppies and all kind of shit. Little John, they don't know about him. When they hear Little John, they think of Cuban Missing Link Little John. The whole time I was talking about Waccamaw's Little John, early, way before all this stuff happened, whole time I was talking about him, a lot of folk thought I was talking about Cuban Missing Link Little John. I'm not talking about them. It's a whole different Little John. The Little John I'm talking about is a red boy jackal dog, but don't got yellow in him. He's red boy jackal without the yellow. Coming down off Mr. Chavis dogs, bred to, I want to say Mr. Burns dogs. See, all the name calling, all the jokes, all that stuff, it don't matter. At the end of the day, you was a piece of shit when it comes to these dogs, DJ Dynamite. That's why nobody answering your calls. That's why you got Sonny calling people, trying to get them to answer for you, trying to say I'm lying. But these news articles say I ain't lying. So I guess you gonna say the newspaper was lying too. Waccamaw 1 and Waccamaw 2. I guess you're gonna say the news clippings lying too. But hey, man, it is what it is. Like I said, none of this shit had to go to where it's going at. None of this shit had to go to where it's going at. But you sent a flunky out here to lie to me when I work just as hard as the next person in the dog game. For the situation I was in. Man, and like I said, it shows me who you think or who you thought was your friends. Folk don't be your friends. Folk want $1 from out your pocket. Because if folk were my friend, they would never did me how they did me. You know what I'm saying? Lie to me in my face and then turn around and text me and tell me he got the dogs. He got these dogs. He got this dog and that dog. Knowing damn well what the fuck you think the weed I smoke is that strong that I'm gonna forget some shit that I know about like that? Dog, listen here, man. Like I told brothers, for the love of that dollar, folk are stabbing you in your back. For that love of the dollar, folk are try to make it seem like you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But difference is now is, I'm worried about my dollar. I ain't worrying about what the next person got going on. I ain't worrying about trying to big you up and at the end of the day, you trying to cut me down? It's apparent now. You know, it's apparent now. It ain't no more, wool over the eyes and none of that type of shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I see shit for what it is now. These folk out here trying to fit in, trying to be down with these damn dogs, and they doing anything and saying anything to look a certain kind of damn way. Like I told him, man, I'm just a news anchor and a podcaster. You know what I'm saying? All them dog reputations y'all want, you can have all that shit, man. You can have it. I'm done with it. Had my fun with it, and it's over with. You know, I ain't trying to live that life. I ain't trying to have that damn tough ass ego and all that type of shit follow me around. Like I said before, talking about fairy tale stuff on your channel and all that. I ain't with all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here giving you them news articles like I always do, like I always did. You know what I'm saying? And it just proves what I said before. 46 dogs do not exist. You know, 46 dogs don't exist. And if you got a Waccamaw dog, you got it, you been had it, and you better keep your shit. You know, and take care of your shit regardless of what bloodline it is. Take care of it, but I told y'all, brothers, man. Dog Dick, Dog Dick, you got fucked out of a deal too, Dog Dick, if you did any deals with him. If you did any deals with him, you fucked too. None of y'all brothers wanted to believe me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hating. Oh, you ain't want to be involved. I'm just trying to save you from being fucked over. I'm just trying to save you from being talked about a little bit down the line when all this bootleg shit start coming out. You know, I mean, like I said, man, when you step in that water, you better be ready for what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? You can't come punch me in my face and run around like, oh, y'all seen me do that? Y'all seen? He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. Man, who you fucking with, man? Who you think you fucking with? I'm a game dog, man. Listen here. Big salute out to Mr. Floyd Boudreaux, man, out there. Mr. Floyd, we all praying for you in the dog community. Hope you get better, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because they said Mr. Floyd was down in the bed in the hospital over the past few days or whatever, and they say he needed prayers. We all need prayers every single day, man. Every single day. We never got too much money. We never doing too good, you know, and don't wait till you're doing bad to pull them prayers out, man. So we all need prayers, and we're going to pray for Mr. Boudreaux across this dog community. And one thing about asking for prayer a lot of times, you know, I was told this, you know, by certain people. You don't want everybody to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Be careful who you ask to pray for you. And especially be careful who you ask to touch you and pray for you and all that type of stuff. You know? Because everybody ain't praying for the same thing. And I don't mean different religions. I just mean praying for your well-being. You know? But yeah, man, big salute out to Mr. Boudreaux out there, man. Get well soon, my brother. Get well soon. You know? Yeah, man, just giving y'all brothers this PONZI scheme, this Waccamaw PONZI scheme it's crucial out here, man. It's crucial out here. Now that make me wonder, to them brothers that got that termite blood, the brothers that had trouble and all that shit. I'm gonna speak to y'all real quick. Them brothers who had trouble. And see, it was a dog on that yard when them dogs got took named Johnson that I keep talking about. Half Big John, half that trouble shit. Make me wonder, dogs. It make me wonder, my brothers, why that dog was never bred. Why, my brothers? You mean to tell me this dog going back to trouble on the bottom side and going back to Big John directly off the sperm on the top in the first generation? And that termite is enough cut in it to put back in that Big John stuff with a direct breeding off Big John into that old washed up stuff, the stuff that the stuff that people be complaining about. You put that shit back up in there, and that shit strike, boom. You get your throwback dogs, you get all your old genetics, and you get your bigger gene pool. See, DJ Dynamite is one, and then there's several other y'all brothers out there that just when you want me to, when I hear Waccamaw pedigree, then I automatically get excited. I automatically want to buy that dog. Or listen here, dog. Like I told you before, we're in the age and we're in the time that I need to know what your dog brings to the table outside of that pedigree. You know, I mean, hey, I just give it to you how it come, man. The cards I'm dealt, you know. What I need to read this shit over again? You know what I'm saying? All I want to do is read that first little part over again. During a post-seizure hearing on Monday, August 22nd, 2022, the owner surrendered all 46 animals to the Horry County Police Department and the ACC. Horry County ACC. So Dynamite, I guess you're gonna say they lying too. Red Boy Jocko dogs, I guess you're gonna say they lying too. I guess that's how them boys in Santee get down though. I guess that's how them boys in Santee get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, to all the people that take care of their pets out there, like I told you before, you know, Ed Mutry, Sled just busted his ass for damn dog fighting in March. You know what I'm saying? Just busted him in March. That's his right-hand man. You know, watch your ass out here, and I'm definitely watching my ass. You know, definitely watching mine. These folk doing anything they can to keep their name up there with that bullshit ass lie. This dude got busted with box, dogs, dope, all kind of shit. And that sled investigation, state law enforcement division, what it mean, that sled investigation is still ongoing and open. Why you think they going city to city? Boom, 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 boom. Each one of these places they going at, these brothers tied in together. They know him, he know him, he know him, he know him. And I'm just gonna keep giving the damn news. You know, keep giving the news. Keep posting these news articles. The news shall set me free. Hey, it is what it is, man. The owner surrendered all 46 dogs. I ain't said Dynamite. Please don't get mad at me. You know, please don't get mad at me. But all I'm here to do today, brothers, sisters, give y'all this PONZI scheme. You go with it, you go with it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, plenty brothers. Like I said, Ready Red, don't ever be fooled again like your dog will ever stick to Little John, my brother. You know, don't ever think that shit. You don't got a dog in your yard that you could convince them brothers to use that Little John sperm if they did have it. Now, you got some good dogs. But I say that to say, the old man, if he didn't do it in 30 years, why the hell he gonna do it with a dog from an outsider? Why would he do it with a person with a dog that you breeding a Little John and you never even seen Little John before? The man talk to you about Little John, you don't even know who Little John is. Why would he waste sperm on that dog? But that's why I said it's a fantasy breeding, brother. So all the stuff, if it's a fantasy breeding, you know, that you made, then all this stuff that I'm talking about don't matter. But I really don't think that's a fantasy breeding. I really think that's something that you and Dynamite, or Dynamite had you fooled like he was gonna be able to do. You know? And that's something that was gonna never happen, dog. If I would have seen that pedigree when you first put it out, I'd have been told you that shit, dog. Way before we start talking about this shit right here. I would have been told you that, man. Little John and that Little Red, dog. That Boomer, Sammy Arab Boomer, dog, that you got posted up under. No, man. That ain't gonna happen, fam. That ain't gonna happen. That's another reason I keep telling you, I know this shit ain't true. You mean to tell me y'all out the dog game, but you got Big John sperm, Little John sperm. You know how much vacation time that is, Sonny? You know how much vacation time that is. You know how much chill time we could take off work. You know how much time, you know how much money that is we could put in our kids' bank account. You know, we could send our kids to put it in their bank account. You know how much money that is? Valves of Big John sperm, valves of Little John sperm. And yet you're gonna use it on somebody else's dogs. The new Waccamaw. Nah, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. I'm giving you this part right here that ain't right. You know, I mean, hey, if you sit there and let somebody lie to you in your face and tell you you got candy when you got a pile of shit in a piece of plastic wrapper, and you still want to believe it's candy, then I mean, hey, man, fuck it. No matter what I say about some of these lines, bootleg lines, real lines, or whatever, no matter what I say, you still gonna have some folk that are gonna wanna go buy it. You know? It's always gonna be like that, man. But hey, as long as I know what I got and you know, have what you wanna have. You know, call it what you wanna call it until we get to talking about these bootleg shit, and then your dog be one of the ones we talking about. It's your boy PBK9s, man, and I'm out.